So it's May 15th, 2020, a year that will live in infamy. And here's a garden update. It's been about a month, 4 weeks since the last time I did an update. Actually, it hasn't been that long, but things are growing tremendously. We've gotten good rain. Check out the beets. I harvested most of these leaves a couple of weeks ago and they're growing back like crazy. Look at the size of the leaves on these things. And the beets are bulbing up a little bit. I'm going to be making some pickled beets, which are really good. We've made them before and they're awesome. The squash plants haven't been destroyed by the squash vine borers yet, but I'm out here every day checking for eggs. And I've picked most of the onions. They, about golf ball size onions. Not that great. We're starting to get some beans. I've been picking beans every other day for a while now, the pinto beans. You may remember that from the last video. And they're getting huge. And this is a bathtub that I got. And it's got cucumbers on one side and beans on the other side. And we're starting to get some cucumbers too. I've eaten a couple of them. These are pickled cucumbers here. And we've got a few of those eaten so far. They're tasty, but waiting to get enough of those to do some canning. And then this is the first good size salad cucumber. It's about 8 inches long. I'm probably gonna pick that today. And there's lots more coming. This thing turned out really nice. And tomatoes, there's tons of tomatoes. Picked the first full-size tomato yesterday. That was an early girl, which, going by the name, they usually are early. And starting to lean that trellis over a little bit. There's so much weight from the tomatoes. The black Krim tomatoes are just absolutely fantastic. First time, as you know, probably first time I've grown these. There's 3 plants here and they're just loaded up with tomatoes. Can't wait to taste those. We got a really heavy rain a couple days ago and it kind of knocked things down a little bit. You can see those basil plants aren't as upright as they were. And here's some more tomato plants here. You can see that one there. That's a cherry tomato. It's grown. It's like 10 feet tall now. I've been planning on putting some shade cloth over this entire garden. And I put these posts in here. Those are up at 10 feet tall. I'm going to be putting some 1/4-inch cable and an X across this entire garden. There's another one over there and there's 2 in the back of the garden. I don't know if you can see that one or not, that white thing, that's the top of the post. But anyway, I'm going to do a crisscross pattern with the wires and then hang my shade cloth. I've got a 20 by 24 shade cloth that's going to be held up, spanned with bungee cords to hold it tight. Those are the Tam jalapenos. I've picked some jalapenos. I've canned a couple jars of jalapenos so far. And we have some eggplant coming along. Those are the fava beans. I haven't gotten any beans off those yet. I don't know if they'll end up making any before it gets too hot, but there are some flowers on it, as you can see right there. So hopefully we'll get some beans soon. And there's our first sizable eggplant. That's Santa Bianca or Rosa Bianca eggplant. And there's a black beauty under here getting started too, as you can see right there. So we're gonna have eggplant pretty soon. These are the gigantia jalapenos and there's tons of those on there. I'll be canning a few jars of those soon. Lots of basil everywhere. Like I said before, 6 different kinds of basil. There's some cilantro or coriander, whatever you want to call it, that I'm letting go to seed, so I'll have some seed harvesting going on. I'm put these marigolds next to my squash plants so that they can help get those pollinated. And I've seen bees. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you caught that or not, there's a bee that just flew in that blossom So we are starting to see bees. This is the yellow zucchini, and that's a regular zucchini in these about 30-gallon self-watering planters that are just working amazingly. These potted plants are being watered with drip irrigation. Check out the lemongrass. And so small potted plants that I still haven't planted anywhere. These are potatoes. I showed you this before. There were 6 potatoes planted in there and 5 of them rotted in the ground, but one of them came up, and as you can see, it's doing pretty good. I planted 3 more in there yesterday and didn't bury them very deeply because I want to let them get up sprouted. Those are store-bought potatoes, so you know, they say those aren't supposed to be able to be grown, but I'm going to try to prove them wrong. We'll see what happens. This is another cucumber in those 30-gallon self-watering planters, and hasn't got any cucumbers on it, but it does have flowers, and they're starting to kind of break loose. Actually, it does have a cucumber right there, come to think of it. So there's been bees in here, so those should pollinate. Haven't seen anything. I dug these up because they weren't doing anything. It was ginger and turmeric and galangal, which is Thai ginger. And the Thai ginger and turmeric, there were still some firm roots in there, but they hadn't sprouted, but all the ginger was rotted. This is an empty one here. These are the watermelons, and there's 4 plants in there still. They have flowers all over them. They're getting pollinated, so we should start seeing some watermelons growing pretty soon. I'm going to move this compost pile today. I turn them every month, so this will be flipped today. And that's about it on this side of the yard. Hope you enjoyed the video.